Guys, so today I literally did the most stupid thing I could ever imagine. Let's see, change this shit. So it's still on a on paper account on TradingView, and yeah, I'm gonna explain the trade. We started this month real bad, had a $64 loss, as you can see, $64 loss starting the month, like bro. And the fact that price actually went in my direction is the craziest part. So basically, yes, the S&P 500 came and took out sell side liquidity, but NAS100 didn't take out sell side liquidity. So obviously that's making a bullish S&T. And creating a bullish S&T, we had this 1 minute inverse fair value gap, same on SPX 500. And as soon as price inversed this fair value gap, this was my buy position right there. This is where I entered my buy position. I'm gonna put the execution levels so you guys see it. So this was where I put my buy. Um, this is where I took my buy position right there with two contracts. Now this is the stupid part, and this when shit started becoming stupid, right? So for some reason, I don't know what was going on in my head, but because we inversed this fair value gap to the downside right here, I decided to close out my trade, which was stupid. And also, even if I was to close out my trade, SPX 500 didn't inverse this fair value gap. So why would I even want to be interested in closing the trade? So I don't know, a couple things were running in my head that time that I wasn't just thinking straight. Because even if I was to close the trade off of an inverse fair value gap, obviously NAS100 already inverses this gap, but the SPX 500, but the S&P 500 hasn't inversed this fair value gap. So why did I close? So a lot of crazy shit was happening today, which really cost me a lot to lose today. So when I realized that SPX 500 hasn't been, the fair value gap hasn't been inversed, I quickly entered, as you guys can see. So I took out one contract there. I took out all my contract because I literally closed the trade, but in a -$68 drawdown right there. So I closed out the trade when I realized that the SPX 500 fair value gap hasn't been inversed. I don't even know why I was focused on fair value gaps being inversed in the first place because that wasn't my problem. We already inverses to fair value gap and S&T to the upside. So why am I still looking for an inverse fair value gap to close my trade? So that was some stupid mistakes I did today that really cost me a lot on the demo account. So what did I do? I re-entered the trade, and when I re-entered the trade, um, we took out this high. You can see we took out this high on ES or the S&P 500, and that was what made me take out one contract there, right there, and then I put my stops to break even, and yeah, price just went down, took me out, and went in my direction. So funny fact, I wasn't even supposed to take out this trade. Like this is not Like, bro, this is not even where I was supposed to take out my contract from. It was supposed to be at this highs. Like, it was supposed to be at this buy side liquidity. That was where I was supposed to take out my contract. For example, right here on this candle, this 10:19 a.m. candle, the S&P 500 are already taking out this highs, but NAS100 we haven't taken out those highs. So that is the best time to take out one contract and put my stop to break even, not price taking away this highs. So basically, this morning price was I wasn't just in the mood today. Like that's how I would say I wasn't just in the mood. And at the end of the day, look at how price went eventually. Like bro. So that shit cost me a lot today. $64 lost today. Really bad day or really bad way to start the week, especially this month. But hopefully we you know take better trades later on. And yeah, I know you guys see this trade right here and be like, why didn't I take this trade? Bro, I don't know. Maybe I'll show it on the screen. These are the people who have taken this trade so far. Yeah, like the reason why I didn't take this trade, right? Um, on NAS100 we swept out the previous day highs. The S&P 500 didn't take out previous day highs. So obviously we already created a bearish S&T, right? And yeah. So what was I looking for in this trade? to see an inverse fair value gap, and we already saw the inverse fair value gap here. So the trades could have been taken either on NAS100 or on the SPX 500. So we have an inverse fair value gap here, and on the SPX 500 we have a 1 minute CISD right there. So this is a really good trade. So at the same time, you could have entered the trade at the same time. So you see, we have this inverse, we can take in the sell trade here. But the reason why I didn't take in this trade, right, was because of this fair value gaps here. Like, I don't know why people keep taking short position trades to the downside, even though we have a fair value gap. Or maybe I'm the one that still has a lot more to learn, because most times I don't really take trades to the downside there, because I feel like price might react off of either one of the fair value gaps, because I don't want to be taking a trade. I'm aiming for this sell side when price is already reacting off of this fair value gap there. So that was why I didn't enter the sell trade. I was literally looking at this sell trade, but I didn't enter it because of that. So I decided to take in this trades right here. So the dumbest thing I did today was actually closing off of this, closing my position right there, because of the foolish inverse fair value gap that I wasn't supposed to be worried about at all, but that cost me a lot. So like I said, it's still a demo account. I'm trying to refine my strategy, refine this ICT strategy shit. So yeah, that was basically today's trade, and hopefully I actually make better trades this month. And yeah, so that will be today's trade breakdown, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.